I won't be streaming for very long, maybe like an hour or two, tops. Um, but I wanted to try this. I love this game. I just don't know if it's gonna be good for streaming. Maybe it will be, maybe it won't be. I've progressed a lot in this game. I've unlocked a lot of shit, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't affect y'all's experience at all, I don't think. So I think we're good to just go into it. This is one of the funniest games I've ever played in my life. This is a great thing about its multiplayer. I'm not doing that right now, but if y'all wanted me to get my TBX to try and play this game with me, she's done it before, I can get her in. Full game. Alright, there's a lot of voices. That's another reason I can't trade this game for long. My vocal cords are gonna explode, but I'll just do the narrator as like my voice. And everyone else on voices. Spooky high school, the sweetest years of our lives. Back then, we were young and unafraid. Sometimes reckless, sometimes brilliant, sometimes just stupid, but always willing to live life to the fullest. We were on a wild journey to discover who we really were. I like picking her. I think she's cool. I'm Zex. Alright.
Showtime!
Showtime! And we had yet to experience its ultimate challenge, the monster prom. I remember it clearly. 6 weeks were left, and as we fantasized about our dream prom dates, we were all scrambling to catch the attention of one of our 8 most charismatic classmates. Scott Howell, 21. A werewolf athlete who compensated for his rather small brain with a stupidly huge heart. Miranda Vanderbilt. A sweet mermaid princess who was as cute as she was genocidal. Polygeist. A party ghost with an insatiable hunger for all the wrong things. Damien LeBay. A fearless demon with a taste for destruction and a love of fire. Lehman D. Lioncourt. A hipster vampire whose standoffish demeanor hid the fact that he was truly a lovable dork. Zoe. That's her age. Forever. An eldritch cutie who went from endless deity of the dark realms to ultimate fangirl. Calculator Hewlett Packard. A library computer who had become a sentient robot ready to experience life to its fullest. And Vera Oberlin. A mean, self-made Gorg with a merciless sense of business. It was clear it had to be one of them, but who? We only had 6 weeks to choose our prom date, and even more daunting, we only had 6 weeks to woo them and conquer their heart. As I already said, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Welcome to Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever. All minds are rotten, but they are rotten in so many different ways. Worry no more, we're now using our PhD in bullshit to diagnose which kind of deviant sicko you are. Monster Prom, stupidest pop quiz ever. Trademark. We'll throw a bunch of absurd questions at you and turn your answers into your character stats. This way, each of you will start by having stats that better reflect your true selves. Let's start. I'm gonna just play it honestly this time. I can get more into like making sure I have the exact right stats for the thing I'm trying to do later, because this game definitely does have some of that. But I'll just play it honest this time. Be a visionary. What will the next big social media craze be? Bullshit. It's your regular social network, but each time someone shares news that isn't supported by real facts, they're taxed, and the money goes to people exposed to that bullshit. Arbert, from now on a socially awkward guy named Robert, will do everything he's commanded to do through the app by its users. Greek agros, like literal Greek agros, reinstated in our cities, places where philosophy and art are discussed by the greater minds. That's social media I want to log into. I kind of like all of these. This feels a little bit too pretentious. So not that one. I'll do that one. Yeah. So wealthy? If you could go back in time, what's one thing you tell your younger self? I'd advise myself not to buy a time machine. Worst investment ever. They turned out to be the block booster of 2032. I think that means blockbuster. I tell myself not to teach that robot how to fall in love, as romantic as it might have seemed at the moment. It started the robot revolution of 2037, way worse than the much more positive robot sexual revolution of 2043. Okay. Why should we assume silly younger me needs advice? I've grown up to have a fucking time machine, so I must have done something right. Fuck younger me, we're going straight to Woodstock, baby. One of these two. I would never tell myself that. No, I want to fall in love. Let's do that. So fun. What would be your dream first date? Sex CD compiled. I guess that's for calculus, dude. Wild party in international waters. A sweaty and manly wrestling match. An art exhibition experimental enough to give you a seizure. Crimes. Professional meeting where you charm your date with some astonishing business advice. One of these three. I don't want the manly part. I want the sweaty wrestling, but I don't want the manly part. So I'll go wild party or let's do art exhibition. Liam likes that. If you were a product, what would be your slogan? Be ready for a long trip together. Too expensive for you. Extra flammable for fans. By fans. By me, I'm good. Objectively better than the other options. Let's go for fans. By fans. Zoe. I like Zoe. I like Zoe, Polly, and Cow.
Let's do this.
I think. So you see my stats on the top right there. Those are important for which option will be better for me in dialogue. One of the options, like you have to know by reading it which option it's going to use, and you have to pick the one that you have the higher number in. And these are telling me what stats I'll get bonuses in for going. It's like I'll get more money if I go library. Yeah, you get it. I want some more creativity. I think that's auditory. That day, while rehearsing for the class play, it's as though the muses themselves had decided to give you figurative oral sex. Your performance is intense and inspiring. It will be remembered for generations, which is pretty rad by high school play standards. You gain +2 creativity. You notice Liam off by himself, happily drawing some steamy hot yowie. You head over to say hi, but Zoe's busy there. I don't remember if I turned on custom outfits or not. I know this is not that because the auditorium always has special outfits, but you can turn on like crazy outfits. I don't know if I turned that on or not. Ooh, I gotta summon Zoe's voice. I know it is in my brain. Sorry, hold on. Hi, Liam. What you doing? Illustrating some erotic fanfic. Can I join you? No, over-enthusiastic poser. For your information, what I am drawing is called yaoi. It is not fan fiction, it is high art. I know what yaoi is. I have the internet too, but what? Isn't yaoi kind of, problematic? Problematic? A thing that I'm doing? How could you even think such a thing? Well, I don't know. I mean, I posted some yaoi online recently, and some people got really mad at me. They said it trivialized authentic gay relationships or something. I just wanted to explore the sexual dynamic between Liam and Damien in comic form. Okay, first of all, that is my storyline, and you have no right plagiarizing it. Second of all, I already told you yaoi is high art, and high art is only problematic to creators.
What?
But if it's high art, why are you drawing two Ninja Turtles giving each other handjobs? It's called irony. Leave me alone. You doubt Zoe will leave Liam alone until this disagreement is resolved, which means you've got your work cut out for you. But whose side do you support? True, yaoi can be problematic, but only when written through the dehumanizing female gaze of male-on-male love. Liam's gaze is unapologetically male, so there's no problem. Don't you see, Liam? Yaoi is the gluten of the art world. I don't. I'm not sure what this means. I see the argument here. I know what this is saying. I don't know what the fuck this means. That's probably smarts, so I might go with it just because of that. No, this is smarts. I don't know what this is. I don't know. I don't like this because it feels like I'm advocating for less yaoi in the world, and I don't want that. So I'm gonna say it's the gluten of the art world. Damn it! That was charm? Fuck. Ah yes, gluten, from the Latin word meaning glue. Of course, you are right. Yaoi truly is the glue that holds all other art forms together. What good would painting, drawing, sculpture, and interpretive dance be if not for the steamy undercurrent of sensuous butt stuff that noble yaoi provides? Liam, I think Zexa means like wheat gluten. You know, like the stuff a lot of cool people don't eat because they decide it's bad for them. Oh, that's a thing? It sounds like a popular trend, which is probably why I don't know anything about it. Curses! Out hipstered again. You lose -2 fun and -1 creativity. But Zoe liked that, though.
Let's do this!
It's fine. This is the shop. That's what she is. I don't think I want to go shop in this run. I'll do that later. There's a lot of crazy stuff that can happen through shopping. I think I just want to have like a normal game. Let's hang out with Zoe more. You sit down with Scott and Zoe just as Zoe cracks open the Tupperware she brought for lunch. You're not sure what's inside, but it sounds like it's screaming. I do have custom outfits on. Whoa, Zoe! What are you eating? Is it pizza? I love pizza. No, Scott, it's not pizza. I'm on a special diet where I only eat Sanity. Ooh, Sanity. I bet that's chock full of protein. Not really. It's mostly chock full of horror. It's better fresh, but that's a lot messier. So when I come to school, I pack leftovers in this Tupperware instead. So smart. What does Sanity taste like? Well, you know when you're sucking the marrow out of the ethereal bone fragments harvested from the carcass of a rival deity you've slain? I don't think I've ever eaten a rival deity. Do I have a rival deity? Is it fireworks? I hate fireworks. No. Let's see. Have you ever drunk a child's tears filtered through its mother's severed scalp while an orchestra plays a tuneless melody on instruments of flesh? I've had pizza. Is that close? Not really. It's more like cashews. Cashews and
Aha!
Oh, cool. I knew it was high in protein. Can I try some? Can I? Well, it's not really for mortals. But Scott looks so excited. You've got to figure out a way to resolve the situation. Scott, Sandy's extremely high in cholesterol. Why don't you just eat some cashews and shrimp smothered in this malignant insanity hot sauce I brought? But what if Scott uses this crazy straw? See, I'm torn. Because I know the top option is the one that will make Zoe like me more, but I also really do want to watch Scott drink some sanity. Ooh, this is hard. Chat, what do we think? Do I even have any viewers? Hold on. No. No one's here to guide me. You know what? Sometimes you gotta sacrifice a date to the prom for the vibes. And the vibes are sometimes drinking sanity through a crazy straw.
Awesome, bro.
Drinking sanity through a crazy straw. Oh, wow, that's so smart. It'll cancel itself out. It'll be fine. No, that's not even close to how it works. Yum, yum, here I go. Okay, Scott, that's enough sanity. Stop drinking the sanity. I'm not Scott. I'm a tractor. Woof, woof. Tractors don't say woof, woof, Scott. Oh, really? Which one of us is the tractor here? You or me? Neither of us. That's not what my new friend Mr. Goat says. He's great. He's a koala. Zoe gives up trying to talk sense to Scott. Scott lets you ride him all around school while he attempts to harvest grass with his face. It's a real bonding experience. That was definitely worth it. That was worth it. That was a good experience.
Let's do this!
I could use some more charm, I suppose. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. Everything seems lost, but you deliver an inspirational speech that fuels your team's spirit, leading to a spectacular comeback. You're clearly a natural-born leader. You gain +2 charm. Looking around for a distraction, you spot Scott proudly flexing while Zoe sits before him, frowning into her notebook. You figure she's trying to draw his ripped bod, so you give some drawing tips. Drawing? What? I'm not drawing anything. I'm writing a fanfic about Scott's muscles. What? You are? I thought I was just over here flexing for no reason, like usual. Well, I'm trying to write a fanfic, but so far it's going slower than the first 20 issues of Snail Person Literature Club. You glance at Zoe's notebook. It looks like she's just copied out online encyclopedia's list of all the muscles. Ooh, I can help. You know, Coach always says you can't spell muscles without some of the letters from adversity. Adversity. You know what? I think stuttering over my words when voicing Scott just makes it more accurate. You should have a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles. That's been done already. Ugh, it's like you haven't even read Scott vs. Muscle Hating Herbert. And that's exactly my problem. That nobody reads your fanfics?
Are you for real?
What? No. My problem is that I need to put an original spin on this fic, but my mind's more blank than the minds of all those cultists whose thoughts I used to devour. Well, have you thought about adding a bad guy who fights against all my good muscles? This conversation is clearly going nowhere without your help. Quick, fix Zoe's fic! Scott's right, the story needs the antagonist, and everyone knows that the true natural enemy of muscles is the leaf scale gulper shark. Many muscle stories have been told, but how many have been told from the perspective of the muscles? So, fuck, dude? Because I know this is probably smarts. The fact that they mentioned specifically the leaf scale goal per shark makes you think it's smarts. But I like this more, so I'm gonna do it.
Meh.
Fuck. $16. There's the glute in your eye, pecs and prejudice, the fault in our sartorius, full frontalis, hamstrung for you, unnamed Peronius, longest slash Happy Potter crossover. Jesus Christ. Do I need to go on?
Great.
Yes, these sound great. They are great, Scott. They are the greatest, but they're about as original as making all of your muscles secretly gay for each other.
Ah!
But my muscles aren't secretly gay for each other. They're openly gay for each other.
Hard pass.
Exactly. It's the 21st century. Muscles can legally marry in most parts of the world. We don't have time for your regressive politics. You don't know how you got pegged as an opponent of muscle marriage, but the accusation sticks. You lose -2 charm, -1 fun. This is not going well.
Let's do this.
Clearly, I need some more creativity. You know what? Fuck it. Let's go shopping.
Hey, stranger.
Shouldn't you be out there trying to romance a classmate or something? Anyway, welcome. These are all events. I don't think I want to get one that causes an event to happen. I want to get some bullshit. Yeah, let's education from great mentors. Tons of time, but damn, that sounds exhausting. So let's sell for a motivational poster for now. A tampon used by the former prom queen. That sounds useful. I'm really lacking in boldness. But I think I want creativity more. I think this gives me creativity.
See you later.
Yeah, 10, yeah. You know what? All profits made are donated to a good cause. Spoiler alert, the good cause is buying me a new phone. Sweet!
Let's do this.
Let's go with Zoe. Zoe and Liam again. You find Liam bending over his burrito with intense concentration. He's obviously taking a food pic for a moment-gram. He channels the silent energy of the moon. Zoe is right behind him, peeking over his shoulder and giggling. She channels the giggling energy of the moon. Liam, this pic is all wrong. Tell the burrito to smile with its eyes and make his cheese look less melty and add a filter. Filter more. Filter again. Why must I constantly be disturbed while taking my refined food pics? No one understands my superior sense of frame. Maybe because that's my phone you're using? A fair point. But my phone is charging. What am I supposed to do with this food in the cafeteria at lunchtime? Eat it? I think not. You purple dork. I'm just saying if you wanted to reach true levels of Tex-Mex beauty, you should add this sticker of G-Man to your food pic. Nothing says good taste like pasting the face of a K-pop superstar next to a high school burrito. I just got really nervous that my stream has been broken this whole time, so I'm gonna double check on it. What are we doing? Are we good? We good? Okay, I think we're good. Sorry. Alright, I think we're good. What the fuck is that? Pure Agio? I don't know what she's saying. For a moment, all three of you just admire the G-Man sticker. Liam shakes it off and regains his composure. Let's agree to disagree, Timeless Order. Or let's put G-Man in your dumb food pic. Stop it. Quick, fix this burrito moment-gram K-pop emergency. What if we use the G-Man sticker where he's contemplating the existential notions of death, meaningless, and the void? True K-pop fans should know that G-Man's favorite food is enchiladas, and his second favorite food is leaving Liam alone. Definitely not that. You had me at meaningless. All of this nonsense. Yay! Now snap that thing! I must admit, G-Man adds a quiet, powerful pathos to this bean and cheese burrito. This appropriation of mainstream culture is quite satisfying. Zoe's pick goes mega uber super viral, and now the whole world is G-Man eating their burritos. Jeez, the internet is weird, but not as weird as your high school.
Let's do this!
Ooh, where do we go? Where do we go? Let's get some boldness. I think that's the bathrooms, yes. That day you skip class and just hang out in the bathrooms because you respect no authority. I guess some people just want to watch the world burn. By skipping class and hanging out in the bathrooms. You give +0 shits, but you gain +2 boldness. See Zoe talking to Polly and Scott. You weigh your respect for privacy versus your insatiable ambition to smooch your classmates. And as always, there's a clear winner. And then I obliterated all population within the Nephilim realm and to date most of their souls. And Restart, take 2. And then I obliterated all population within the Nephilim realm. And to date, most of their souls live within my body in utter despair.
Whoa.
Whoa, Zoe. It sounds like you used to be a hell of a prankster back in the day. You betcha. I was what you would call in this realm, the shit. But, I don't know. That wasn't entirely me. I mean, it kind of was for endless millennia, but I never felt as myself as I feel now. Does that sound stupid? No way. As cool as the gourd sounded, nothing is cooler than feeling happy with yourself. Word. Oh,
Wanna match, losers?
Nonsense. Oh. Hey, Leonard. Anything to add? Of course, I overheard you talking about how precious is for you to have turned from a disgusting huge thing into a high school girl. What a surprise. What? Yeah, now, it's so hot to be a minority, am I right? An endless deity of despair that has turned into a girl, so brave, so unique, so bullshit. Change is so hot now, huh? People changing their identities, my childhood cartoons changing their art style, Thor changing his gender, even the climate is allegedly changing. What's next? Should we change our ideas? Should I change my clothes from time to time and lose my signature smell? No, and no! I, Leonard, should be the last bastion of hope for common sense before we, the majority, become the new minority. I will fight this fight by being super obnoxious by reminding you that you are not brave at all, unlike me, who is super brave because I will literally never empathize with anyone else. And you can't change my mind.
You just ruined my childhood!
Because I fucking hate change! You totally know Zoe is capable of defending herself, but if she does, wrath might damage reality severely. Also, standing by your friends is the right thing to do, so you defend change in terms that Leonard can understand. Leonard, but you only buy your video games when their prices have changed when they go on sale. Leonard, as you seem immune to rational thinking, I challenge you to a Pokemon duel in order to change your mind.
What a noob.
Fuck! I'm trash! I think the other one required me to have money. I guess it's probably smarts. Huh. What a noob. You stand no chance against me, the almighty Leonard, for I am the best at playing the video game Pocket Humans, better known as Pokemon. Apparently, you're also the best at unnecessarily long and overly expositive explanations. Shut up! And you, Zexa, you're so hopeless that I'll let you choose the type of fight. You choose restoring a Victorian-era house to increase its value in the current real estate market. You and Leonard engage in a fierce battle that might last up to 30 hours due to Pokemon's questionable game design.
Ugh, lame.
So this asshole comes saying shitty stuff to our friend. Your reaction is to go play dumb video games with him? Yeah, it kind of hurts.
Cool.
Not cool, bro. They leave. You want to explain to them you're doing this to make Leonard change his mind, but you're in the middle of a thrilling house restoration duel. Come to think of it, you're kind of a douchebag, yes. You lose -2 charm, -1 boldness. Fuck me! Going to the gym.
Let's
no
do
charm.
this.
2 charm. That day, an epic dodgeball match takes place. The match is so intense and both teams are so into it that you decide to raise the stakes by betting part of your charm against part of the other team's leader's charm. That commitment amazes your whole team and their spirit is fueled by determination. Finally, you win and take +2 charm from the other team's leader. She is now a bit less fabulous. You notice Zoe with a big grin on the amalgam of chaotic nightmares she has used to form her face. It's adorable. Zexa, hey, guess what? My latest comic, Who Watches the Watchmen Have Sex, just got published in Weird Tales magazine. I worked so hard and it's finally out there in the world. Nothing can ruin this moment for me. That sounds like a challenge. Oh my fucking god. Can we kill Leonard? Can we murder Leonard to death, please? Leonard, come on. Why do you always have to slide into my DMs? Delighted moods. Because I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises. What about world hunger, global warming, income inequality, human trafficking? You didn't let me finish. I must shed light on injustice wherever it arises, in the world of fandom specifically. Oh.
Social justice warriors win
It is-
again.
It is not cool, Zoe. It is not cool that publishing houses are showering attention on marginalized authors just because inclusivity is hot right now. I mean, look at you. You've got it all. You're purple. You're allegedly a woman. You come from a hideous dimension beyond mortal comprehension. Any magazine would die to be able to associate you with its brand. But it's all a shallow marketing stunt, and that's worse. And what's worse, it's distracting from the real injustice that the liberal media is too scared to discuss. What about the artists who aren't part of some cool, sexy, underrepresented minority? What about us? How are we supposed to get recognized? If I was entertained all the BS you just said, I'd say, I don't know, maybe through a combination of talent and the numerous connections and avenues you have available to you as a privileged member of society. Don't you use the P word around me, Missy. If I'm so privileged, then how come my comic Zombie Sluts on Fuck Island still has yet to be published? Because you spend all your time complaining about non-existent obstacles instead of getting better at art? Perhaps you have a point. Oh no, wait, I forgot you were a girl. This can't possibly be my fault. It's much more likely that the entire industry is biased against me. Looks like there's only one way to solve this. You're way ahead of her. You select the only option that makes sense. For years, you possess the gem of Corrado, a powerful artifact capable of raising 4 people from the dead. Why not resurrect 4 great artists and ask their opinions? Use the Cowcraft sorting hat to determine the objective value of the 2 comics. Let's do that. The other one was the one. Fuck! The one time smarts is not the right option for my. I'm not getting a date. I'm not getting a date to prom. It's over. It's over. You're saving the gem of Corrado to resurrect your family in case they all die tragically from but this seems just as important. You reach into the nether realm and summon Velázquez, Goya, Picasso, and El Greco. Wait a second. These aren't famous painters. These are the stars of Senior Regular Samurai Frogs, a classic cartoon from a simpler time. Velázquez, you like my comic better, right? Hey dudes, says Velázquez. Thanks for bringing us back from the hell in which we now reside, but, you don't know anything about art, do you? Nope, says El Greco. All we know about is the Warriors Code and eating lasagna.
Spoiler alert, you suck.
I know it. Cute pranks, Exa, but totally useless. Oof, now what are you gonna do if your whole family gets killed for some reason? You lose -2 fun and -1 boldness. I promise I am not usually this bad at this game. I don't know what the fuck is happening.
Let's do this!
I'm going for Zoe. It's just not going well. You walk up to see Damien, closely inspecting Zoe's body. What? Like that.
Yo!
Pervert. What that mouth do? Okay, that sounds bad, but wait for it. Oh, that one? That one is for eating whole live birds. And that one? Crushing at the tiny little bird bones that the other mouth spits out. And what about this mouth over here? That's for screaming obscenities undetectable to human ears. And what about this one? That one's for... I don't actually know. I don't think I've ever noticed that mouth before. I've had so many forms throughout the years. Unknowable void, eldritch deity, totem being sold by young cat girl, gelatinous monster. And now, you got this sick new mouth that we get to decide a function for. I'm not just gonna take suggestions. Actually, no, wait, that sounds awesome. I will now take suggestions for what I do with this mouth. I have to come up with a brilliant mouth use that will clearly impress one of these charismatic and dateable classmates. What about a scream puke mouth? For all those times screaming or puking alone is just enough. Maybe one day this mouth could become the Zexa kissing mouth. I think this. She seems. She's horny. I think she'll like that. She's a very horny person. I think the scream puke mouth is more Damien's road.
OMG!
Yes. OMG, Zexa! You read my spooky high seas pirate AU? Because that's almost the exact line that Scott uses on Sea Snake Tentacled Kraken Vera. That's what you're referencing, right? Sure, totally, why not? I only like your fix where I beat someone to a pulp for the sake of sheer violence. None of that hurt X comfort bullshit. Everyone's a critic, huh, Damien? Anyway, Zexa, tell me more about all of your favorite lines and plot twists from my fanfiction. And list your 10 favorite positive adjectives for describing my writing style and grasp on romance. Brilliant, witty, sparkling, thundering, raining, smart, compelling, orange, talented, and triangular. You instantly respond. Apparently it's a good answer, because Zoe takes her regular mouth and kisses you on the cheek. It's not an entire mouth dedicated to kissing you, not yet at least, but it's a start. Woo! Okay, we're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. My stats are shit. My stats are super shit. I need more fun. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You have no idea how it escalates so much, but at one point there are like 300 people. Someone summons demons from a nightmare dimension. The consequences might distort the fabric of reality itself, but who cares? It's a rad party. You gain +2 fun. You're partying your ass off with Zoe, Damien, and Liam when a holy throwing knife almost hits you in the face. You look up and, of course, it's the Slayer. She's sitting in the upper branches of a big tree and she won't stop throwing deadly magic items. Cut that shit out. Can't you see I'm trying to party? How am I supposed to mosh with your stupid projectiles everywhere? Seriously, what obtuse pathology processes you to perpetually violate our body?
Oh, a critical hit.
What? He said, why the fuck won't you stop throwing stuff at us? Oh, well, definitely not because I have a crush on one or more of you, and violence is the only way I know of expressing affection, as unhealthy as that may be. You have a crush? Oh man, this is totally going in my
This
head.
isn't possible.
What? No, gross. The real reason I'm here is that I'm planning to enter a high-level dungeon on Monday, but I don't have enough XP. So, if you all wouldn't mind getting killed by me real quick, it would really help me level up. If you could just suggest a better way for the Slayer to gain experience, maybe she'd leave you guys alone for a while. But what to suggest? Getting an internship at a mega corporation, I hear they've had experience. That's true. You haven't had much success hunting us so far. Maybe you need to target some lower level monsters. Have you heard of Spooky Kindergarten? These both sound like smarts. That could be money. There's not a lot of stat checks that are based on money though. Success hunting us so far. Maybe you need to target some lower level.
Unbelievable.
Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. Why is that boldness? I'm losing it. Imbecile. Don't you think that's the first thing I would have tried? I just came from Spooky Kindergarten. It's a dark and cursed place. Monsters have no souls. But children? Children have anti-souls. I saw a tiny vampire punch a tiny werewolf's teeth out over a carrot, then he threw the carrot in a mud puddle. If there was a button they could press that gave them a piece of candy but killed 1,000 living beings with every press, they'd press it until it broke. And the diseases they carry, robust pestilences with their own rudimentary intelligence. I sprayed myself with disinfectant foam, toasted myself with a flamethrower, and hired 2 medically certified exorcists, and I'm still pretty sure I'm coming down
Prepare
with a cold.
to die.
No, I would rather sit up in this tree and throw knives at you all than spend another moment in that unholy place. Man, I miss Spooky Kindergarten. At least when people threw knives at Spooky Kindergarten, it was for fun. Honestly, I'm still not entirely sure how I survived. There's a Spooky Kindergarten? Zexa, why didn't you tell me sooner? Now I've got to rewrite all my fakes. Thanks for noticing. Thanks for nothing. Damien and Liam flee the dance party to avoid the Slayer's constant knives, and you're left to answer Zoe's endless questions about your kindergarten experience. You lose -2 fun and -1 smarts. I promise I'm better at this game usually.
Let's do this!
I can't. I'm getting more fun. That day, during recess, you start half-hour wave goes full crazy. You're talking to Juan the small, magical Latino cat when he tells you that you won't ever be as fun as Bob the scary clown. You accept the challenge. You go straight to Bob, stab him several times, open his bleeding chest, and eat some of his guts in order to consume his fun. Really? You think that's how it works? Well, it is! You gain +2 fun from poor Bob. Hell yeah. You notice Zoe talking to Juan the small, magical Latino cat and looking contemplative as fuck. This is even more contemplative than contemplative. AH as heck, so you figure you better investigate. Aw, little buddy, that sounds really difficult. I'm so sorry you don't get to join the shenanigans the rest of us experience. Yeah, says Juan. Everyone seems to choose their words so carefully around everyone else, almost as if they're trying to guess exactly what the other person wants to hear. People hardly talk to me at all. It's like they don't even see me. I totally get it, Juan. I used to feel the exact same way back when I was trapped in that malevolent totem. It wasn't until I became Zoe that I really felt like I was actually seen by people. Did you know I've never been asked out on a date? Or to any dance? I'll never get asked to prom. Juan, I'm sure there's some way to make you a main love interest. And by that I mean someone people are mainly interested in, to love. and take the prom. There totally is, and you notice the thing. Your mistreatment is outrageous. Juan was banded together with all the students who have been left out of prom shenanigans. Ooh, what if we get strangers to start drawing tons of pictures of you? Only the masses can push you into popularity. I'm gonna kill myself. I'm gonna kill myself on live, in-game. In-game. Yes, that's a spectacular idea. All kinds of students at this school are unfairly denied a chance at prom. Delighted by your suggestion, Juan puts out the call among your romantically disenfranchised classmates. Why are you wearing Leonard's outfit? Classmates, why stop there? I think that's what that guy sounds like. I, the interdimensional prince, also desire to go to prom with all of you legally of age high schoolers. Ooh, I do feel like there are a lot of people who want to date you out there, just, you know, never the people you ask. Sup, fam? We want to get bumped up the list, too. You would think with our sexy athleticism and crazy out-of-this-world intelligence, not to mention our brains and our smarts, chicks would be lining up for us to nail them on prom night. Not so, man, not so. Actually, that doesn't surprise me at all. And what about me? What about my romantic needs? I spend day after day being unfailingly nice and also correct about everything. Oh, wow, okay. It's a tremendous amount of effort to be as virtuous as I am, and that effort deserves to be repaid with sex. This guy. Might I suggest a solution to our mutual plight? You might. Well, I notice there's an eminently eligible bachelorette right here before us. Oh no, you're not suggesting. Oh yeah, that's all date Zoe. That is not a choice for you to make, you temporarily clottings of undercooked flesh. The ground becomes a gibbering, toothless maw which swallows Zoe's tormentors whole. Luckily, the other people out here partying are mostly not killed. Sorry about that. It'll poop them out in Jakarta or something. But, I mean, Juan, are you really friends with those creeps? No, says Juan sadly. I accidentally posted my invitation to the shitty, lecherous assholes subreddit. I'm sorry, Zoe. It's okay, Juan. I can't bear to blame anything on you, so I'm gonna blame Sexa instead. Shame on you, Sexa. Dejected, you attempt to join the shitty, lecherous assholes subreddit. Even they reject you, you lose -2 boldness and -1 charm. Oh, I'm not getting a date.
Let's do this!
I'm cooked. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. I need to go to her as much as possible because I'm not getting any hearts with her in the other interactions. Looks like Scott and Zoe are having marshmallows for lunch. You say that because their cafeteria table is covered in a literal mountain of marshmallows. Zoe slams a marshmallow into her mouth. It's mildly impressive. That's 15 marshmallows. Scott stuffs 6 marshmallows into his mouth at once. It's slightly more impressive. Oh yeah? Well, I'm at Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, well I'm at 23. I'm the king of the mallow. I didn't want to have to do this, but you leave me no choice, rival. Zoe begins to glow purple and convulse. Her tentacles swell. You smell death itself. Ancient chaos doomed to world. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice! A cloud of marshmallows rises up into the air, and Zoe's countless mouths all open with an infinite hunger. All of the mallows fly into Zoe's gaping maws. The cafeteria windows open as all the marshmallows in a 50-mile radius are summoned to their doom. It's unspeakably impressive. Hey, no fair. If I counted correctly, I've now eaten 13,666 marshmallows exactly, which means I
Not
win.
cool.
Wait, that's like very not cool. You can't use more than one mouth during an eating contest. It's cheating, and I would know because I used my hands at soccer one time, and I still feel bad about it. No way, I didn't cheat. The validity of this impromptu marshmallow match is my whole reason to live, and my whole reason to not destroy this amazing marshmallow-filled plant. Quick, referee this athletic dispute before the whole plant is destroyed. You can't control how many mouths we have. That's not nice, Scott. Are you a good boy or not? Scott, play smart, be creative. Don't you have many other holes you could use to win? Once again, I want to say that because I want to know what happened. I kind of like this one too, though, so we're going to go for it. I think Zoe likes it more. Scott's eyes widen in primal fear. Wait, I'm sorry, Zoe. I want to be a good boy. I don't want to be not a good boy. Wait, Scott. Who's a good boy again? It's me, Scott. Who's a good boy? Me. And I guess I'm the winner, mouths and all. Zoe may have won the marshmallow battle, but you'll win the marshmallow prom date demon friendship war.
Let's do this!
I have one boldness. I feel like fun is more important to her. Oh, well. She's taking up that slot. You know what? I'm gonna go to it.
Hey, stranger.
Ah, you missed me in my shit, huh? Worry no more. All this shit can be yours if you have the money. Not me, though. I'm gonna get a mystery box.
No refunds.
Holy shit. It's itchy as fuck, but form over function, bitch. I have -4 boldness. -1 fun. 18 charm. Alright, I need to go outdoors every single time from now on because I think that's really important to her. I imagine Zoe likes fun. I think it's fun and creativity that she likes. Because that matters. If you don't have the right stats when you try and ask them out,
Let's do
it doesn't
this.
matter how much they like you, they won't go for you. Like the hearts that you gained, it doesn't matter. That day during recess, you start a half-hour rave that goes full crazy. You're casually chatting with Juan, this small, magical Latino cat. You start telling him that hilarious story of what happened last summer at Monster Camp. You know which one. The one involving the beehive, the blow-up doll of the president, the penguin mask, and the mystery of the Goblin King. Slowly, lots of people start joining you to hear the story. By the time you say where the Goblin King was, 100 people or so burst into hysterical laughter. You turn on a mobile app that captures all the laughter and turns it into +2 fun. Everyone's favorite eldritch cutie patootie runs up to you, tentacles twitching with excitement. Sexa, did you hear? TV streaming platform is rebooting Senior Regular Samurai Frogs. I'm so excited. Like, oh my god. That's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? I think so. Oh my god is right. Oh, OMG is right. Oh, miserable gods of TV. Why do you keep doing this to us? They're going to ruin SRSF for the next generation. Just like when the SJWs hijacked Human Hunters and they made that all-female reboot, and now young monsters will grow up watching that and never know true happiness. TV streaming platform already ruined Skater Cats from Venus and Ghetto Dolphins. Now they're going to ruin the frogs too? I bet they're all going to be POC and women anyway. They probably won't even be frogs. I don't know that they are making them POC and women, but even if they were, aren't there female frogs? Oh, you would say that. But aren't there? I'm so confused all the time, Leonard. Why are you like this? At that moment, a middle-aged man pops out from behind what you now notice is a cardboard cutout of a bush, clearly planted there for eavesdropping. Well, hello there, representatives of our sweet, sweet target demographic, he says. I couldn't help but overhear you succinctly encapsulate a generic argument about reboots. We've indeed feared just such a backlash from you. Just such backlash from you, whippersnappers. Tell me, do any of you have ideas for how we can guarantee this reboot will be a success? I bet it would absolutely impress any classmate you wish to romance. Impressing classmates you wish to romance? Holy shit, that's like your whole thing. Plus, you can't possibly let Leonard chime in, so... People might criticize new graphic style, new characters, new voice, new actors, new way. What if you just aired the same show from 30 years ago, but with a new name? Add a hip new character to hook target demo, like a surfer skater dog with a goatee and super cool sunglasses or something. That's either creativity or fun or boldness. If it's creativity, I'm good. But if it... That could be smarts. Yeah! Yes, of course. When adding new characters, there's always a danger of facing criticism, unless the character is just so awesome. Ooh. What if you add a rabbit with a beard and tattoos who's also a motorcycle? Perfect! And he can have a PhD in selfies and kill any industry with a snap of his fingers, just like a true millennial. Plus, he's the national champion of dabbing. Are you kidding? This sounds like some pandering bullshit. And I would consider your input valuable, but that purple chick pitched it in such a calm and even-keeled way that she must be right. I gotta go get this to the art department right now. And by the art department, I just mean my friend Art. He draws things. His name's a mere coincidence. Goodbye, sweet, sweet target demographic. I can't believe I designed a character for a major animated series. I can't believe he has a PhD in selfies. Can't believe it's not butter. JK, you leave all this spooky highs. All this. Spooky high is weird as fuck. But hey, take +2 fun and +1 money bonus. I got money.
Let's do this!
New character. That's Joy. In a totally normal way, Liam happens to sit down at the same lunch table as the Coven. Suddenly, you hear a loud gasp from across the cafeteria. Every single one of Zoe's mouths is hanging open. You pull up a chair right as Zoe rushes over.
OMG!
Whoa, is that what I think it is? Liam and the Coven sitting together? Do I smell a 5th season revival? Drop it. And by the way, there are only 3 seasons. Fall, Winter, and Eternal Contemplation of the Void. Oh my god, this is totally the classic return to a long-lost ally to save the world once again. Or maybe there's still some fire between Liam and Joy. Do you know anything about boundaries? Not really.
Always the same with you.
Listen, you, we're no longer allies, but that doesn't mean we can't sit at the same table or anything. It is literally just a lunch table. Just a flat piece of wood with 4 legs. It means nothing. Quick, use your boundless compassion and wisdom to mediate this minor dispute between your friends. That's exactly what someone would say if they were hiding a secret double-crossing mid-season reveal alliance romance. I think we're missing the real chemistry here. That lunch table is giving serious fuck-me eyes to the cafeteria floor. Both of these would make Zoe happy. But this makes Zoe happy at the expense of the other people in the room. Which I think means it has to be Zoe's. Oh. Gasp. Did you just say the word gasp, like out loud, instead of just gasping? Oh, sorry, I'm still getting used to non-endless despair deities emotion sounds like psh and especially ugh. But you're totally right. This is obviously a ploy to keep me off the scent. Holy moly, I can't wait for this season. So he looks overjoyed. You better start practicing your own emotion sounds. Yay, pizzazz, and smooch.
Let's do this!
Goes full crazy. At one point, Juan, the smell of that magical Latino cat, slips on a banana peel. You start to laugh at him. He asks you to stop, but you don't. You laugh so hard at him that you somehow steal +2 fun from him. Hooray. Poor Juan, the small magical Latino cat. Zoe is catching you up on the latest development on Pirate. Zexa and her spooky high seas fanfic when suddenly a portal opens up. Never fear, the interdimensional prince is here. I have come to claim my bride. Or husband, or non-binary life partner, using the terminology of their choosing. The interdimensional prince. I love when he pops up. He always adds so much wacky drama. Wait a moment. Weren't you previously eldritch horror and subsequently trapped in a totem deity, Zagord? Yes, that was me. You devoured my grandfather molecule by molecule, turning every atom of his existence into a million scarab beetles before crushing them and snorting their powdered corpses. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. That's totally not me anymore. No, it was magnificent! And now here you are in the body of a high school girl, but of legal age to consent, which is exactly my type. Come, my beautiful devourer of worlds, be my horrific bride. Oh no, Zoe is such a spooky high fan, she might agree to marry the princess for fanfic purposes. Better stop this right now. Be careful, Zoe has been married 17 times before and eaten every one of her spouse's minds. Why get married when you can bounce this trampoline? That was boldness. That's the one thing it could have been that would make it not work. Because I knew the other one was fun. You ate 17 spouses of mine? Well, yeah, but as I said, I was a really, really different monster then. Also, in my defense, they were all super, 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 super delicious. Well, this sounds like a challenge I am most certainly up for, being the first spouse of Zoe's not to have their mind devoured. If anyone can do it, it is I, the interdimensional prince. I swear to you, my tentacled little cupcake, once we are wed, you will never hunger for my mind, only for my body. And only for my body, metaphorically, for sex reasons. Actually, I'm still full from the last 17 spouses. Maybe another time, though. Another time indeed, my insatiable little boysenberry. Another time indeed. Oh man, you may have put the wedding off for now, but it sure seems like you only whet the prince's appetite for Zoe even more. And as such, it's only fair to use -2 charm, -1 fun. Sorry, I didn't make the rules. Just kidding. Yes, I do. Lol. I'm so upset.
Let's do this!
I need so much more fun. I think creativity is more important, but it's pretty high, so it might be fine. That day during recess, you start a half-hour raid that goes full crazy. You spot Juan, the small, magical Latino cat, who seems a bit sad. He explains to you that he's worried people are so used to calling him Juan, the small, magical Latino cat, that now everyone defines him by only his size, magicality, and ethnicity and species. He's more than that. You correct him. You don't see him in such simplistic terms and convenient definitions. It's just that there are around 23 other different Juans in the school, so adding all that to his name is quite necessary. You tell him you'll never forget about him and the crazy adventures you both lived together in Monster Prom's prequel, Monster Middle School. You have a great time remembering those crazy stories. You gain +2 from them. It doesn't actually exist, by the way. Hey, Zex, I didn't expect to see you here. Don't you love how it's spooky high? We have so many friends and you never know what's gonna show up to... Here's the plan for today, girls. It's the Coven, Joy, Hope, and Faith. You know our names? Of course! It's so cool to see you guys. Say the thing, say the thing. What thing? The thing, you know the thing. Say it, say it! Say the thing! We're here to save the world. So great. Remember when I was trapped in a totem? Remember that? And you guys were all, don't you understand what you bought from that shop? Your totem is the god ruler of the dark realm, the agent of destruction. We must dispose the totem before the world suffers. Yeah, sorry about that. No, are you kidding? That was awesome. And then someone stepped in and succeeded or failed at something. I don't really remember. I've been through so many events and things in my life, it's hard to keep them straight. But the point is, it's all fine now. Now we're on the same team, and I'm totally ready to join the Coven. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Don't get us wrong. It's nice for someone to appreciate how hard we work to keep the world safe instead of trying to belittle and or sabotage. But you can't just... Well, well. Look who it is. We meet again. Oh my God, my ears are bleeding. Why are you? Oh my gosh, I'm a totem. I mean, I was a totem. I was a high school girl. No, I am a high school girl. Sorry. Oh God. So listen, I know most people are all about that Dimitri life, where they assume that the reason you often turn to the good side before bad again is because of your deep forbidden love for Joy. Never! Joy means nothing to me. I feel nothing for her. I feel nothing ever at all. A beautiful manly tear trickles down Dimitri's face as he stares into the distance. Right, yeah, totally. But I've always been rooting for Homitri, as in you getting together with Hope, not like Ho-Mitri from my fanfic where you're forced to work in a brothel. I'm here for one reason and one reason only, to take from the Coven their cursed bloodstone. I take no pleasure from seeing their smiling faces, and I will take no sorrow in seeing their corpses. Ugh, fine. Okay, Coven, how are we gonna defeat him? You're not in the Coven, Zoe! But at that point, everything around Dimitri has caught fire somehow, and the deadly glow lights up his dark but very sexy smile. Time to find a way to get out of this whilst getting Zoe into the Coven. We should all lick Dimitri's abs because of reasons. Let's join the Coven by being like the Coven. We must defeat Dimitri in the classic way, yelling cliched but powerful heroic one-liners. This gotta be charm, right? I'm gonna kill myself in game. We would never, and have never, and would never. Not a single one of us has ever done so, or thought about it, and we would never do it again. Not even to save the world? The Coven eyes Dimitri's sexy, sexy abs. Only to save the world. All five of you rush at Dimitri and begin licking his sexy, sexy abs. I love being part of the Coven! You're not part of the Coven! But I'm saving the... So he starts choking and clutching her throat. The Coven follows suit. Dimitri cackles a sexy, sexy cackle. My abs are not only dusted with a tasteful shimmer, they're dusted with arsenic as well. No! Dimitri! How could you? I knew you would not be able to resist my special one. Our history together, it's too strong. We'll always find each other again. Wait! Dimitri! Which Coven member are you talking to? What? You've just been poisoned. Shouldn't you be begging me for an antidote? Why beg for an antidote when you can beg for spoilers? This is absurd. It's just... It looks like you're looking at all three, so... Who is the special... What? Tell her nothing. Enough of this. I'm taking the Bloodstone and returning once more to my Dark Master, but I leave behind this antidote. You may stay up many a night wondering why I kept you alive, perhaps for some even worse fate, or perhaps... No, it can never be. You, Zoe, and the Coven take the antidote and survive the arsenic, but the Coven is furious that Dimitri made off with the Bloodstone, and Zoe is furious that you made her look bad in front of the Coven. And even more furious that she knows Dimitri has a history with at least one Coven member, but she doesn't know which one. She lets out an ear-splitting shriek, but not literally, because it doesn't literally split your ears. It literally splits -2 fun and -1 boldness from your body. Why do they keep coming after my fun? I need that. I need that so bad.
Let's do this!
Sit down with Zoe and Scott. Scott is eating his trademark pizza sandwich, which is just 3 slices of pizza on top of each other. Zoe has a notebook out and is taking notes. But how do you get your food, Scott? Why do you want to know so bad? It's pretty normal. No, it can't be normal. I'm doing research for my latest fanfic, Cry, Havoc, and Let Slip the Dogs of Love. It's about a pack of werewolves going on the biggest hunt of their lives, a hunt that will change them as hunters, but also as werewolves. They went looking for food, but what they found was personal growth and a new understanding of group sexual practices. Also food, so that's why I need to know, how do you hunt? Oh, well, normally, what's the accent? Normally I go to the cafeteria and I ask for pizza. That's it? What about hunting in a pack, enjoying the spoils together at a feast of blood and rage, exploring each other's bodies? Well, I guess sometimes me and my cousin order pizza at home, and then the pizza comes and we eat the pizza. Zoe does not look at all satisfied with Scott's answer. Maybe we can get Scott to give some juicier info, or convince Zoe that ordering pizza is actually dramatic. You can search for pizza in the wild. Zoe, don't dismiss the water dispensing extreme paths, waiting endlessly for the pizza to arrive. Truly, it is the central tragedy of the 21st century.
Oh, bro.
There we go. Oh, man, we did that one time, and it was the worst. There was no cell phone service, so instead of calling for delivery, we had to transform into wolves and chase it down. And then, when we got there, it wasn't even a pizza. It was 3 deer. And there wasn't any bread or cheese, so instead of bread, we used deer flesh. Instead of cheese, we used more deer flesh. Instead of pepperoni, we used deer flesh? Oh, beef jerky. We're not animals. Oh, I think you are, Scott. I think you are. Now, how did you all sleep on your little camping trip? In the nude? Or nude and cuddling? Looks like this conversation is finally going the way Zoe wanted it to. She shoots you an appreciative wink with one of the light-devouring voids that pass for her eyes. Aw. I'm cooked. I'm so cooked. I'm so unbelievably
Let's
cooked.
do this!
That day during recess, started half hour ready to go full ready. Yeah. Everything is fine until Juan, the small magical Latino cat, asks what you think you're doing. Damn, you didn't remember. You suck at dancing. But you decide to go all in and pretend it's a new dance move, apparently called the Groovy Musaka. Juan looks at you and he asks you to teach him the Groovy Musaka. In no time, half the party is following your steps, enjoying the Groovy Musaka all together. It's a party to remember. You gain +2 fun and a cool story to tell your grandkids someday. So, I was playing FOF.
Ooh, I was playing FOF. I'm Zoe, and I was playing FOF.
I hope that stands for fuck off faker, because that's what you are. You're a faker. What? How do you figure, Leonard? I was just trying to tell Sexia how much fun I was having. Being a fake gamer girl, because if you were a real gamer girl, you wouldn't need to talk about how fun games are. You would just be playing them. A real fan doesn't go around shoving their fanness in people's faces. That's just what girls do, because they're just doing it for attention. Leonard, literally all you do is try to prove that you're a real fan. You're the one who interrupted this perfectly normal conversation. Fake conversation. Leonard! Fake Leonard. No, wait. Real Leonard. Girls are the fake ones. So are you saying there are no real gamer girls?
I thought I had met one once. She wasn't like all the other girls, right up until she was, when the bitch friend-zoned me and went and dated some asshole Chad Cabra.
Wait, how did that have anything to do with her interest in gaming? Of course, that way she's new enough to this whole being a high school girl thing. She has no idea that there's no reasoning with the Leonards of this world. Not to be a white knight or anything, but you really should step in and find a way to distract Leonard so that you and Zoe can discuss absolutely gender-neutral topics like gaming in peace. Distract Leonard by finally creating the perfect real gamer girl profile on Twitter. Tell Leonard that you heard someone saying there's no wrong way to play video games. What is happening? I used to be so good at this game. What happened to me? Yes, I also heard that. They were saying every way of enjoying video games is valid as long as it's fulfilling for you personally.
Of course there are wrong ways to enjoy video games.
Oh, really? I'm kind of surprised. I would have figured you...
Because the more wrong the way you enjoy video games is, the more pleasure I get from getting to tell you how wrong you are. If everyone only liked video games in a way where they were constantly proving that they love video games the most and shoving that superiority into everyone else's faces, then how could I prove that I love video games the most and shove that into everyone else's faces? Here, let me show you.
He does, and it's so awful you use Master Charm. You and Zoe never even get to finish your conversation. Lame. That's terrible. I might still get it. There's a chance. But I'm not feeling great.
Hey ya.
Let's do this!
You finally pluck up your courage and ask your beloved to go to the Mosh Prom with you. Oh no, it's not possible for us to go together in this timeline. You see, this is the alternative universe where I get to have fun at prom, which I highly suspect won't be possible if going with you. It's nothing personal, just that you are very boring and unpleasant. But hey, you should totally call me if you happen to be in the horrible, forgettable prom you sometime.
Zoe, out.
Zoe out.
Oh boy. Someone should write a fix-it of this.
Your failure made you so despised by society that you were exiled to the wilds where you joined a pack of wolves. Still, you were so bad at social interaction that you also failed getting a date for wolf prom. Looks like you survived for a year drinking only your own pee. At least I got that going for me. I'm so upset. Those 6 weeks were maybe the most epic and absurd weeks of our lives. After the monster prom, we kept on living our lives, falling in love, battling for friendship, and learning about who we were and who we could be. And you know what? Like it always does, life happened, and it was wonderful. Zoe dedicated the next several years to writing her most ambitious fanfic ever. It focused on the struggles of Shaggy containing and controlling his limitless power. It delves into the psychological nuances of the Mystery Gang, while also including crossovers with Akira, Flubber, and the unbearable lightness of being. It was said to mix Tolstoy's mastery of prose and the juiciness of a very juicy Big Mac. Ended up entering the Western literary canon. Liam started an iconoclastic band that broke all conventions. Their latest album has been a hit. It has no songs at all. The album is actually just a banana set on fire. And be sure, Liam doesn't care if you don't get it. Miranda used her vast knowledge of surfs to get a job handpicking the best surfs for other people. Whenever you talk to Miranda, why are you giving me a breakdown on her? Unsurprisingly, she ended up leaving her surf to do the work. For those 6 weeks, the Masha prom seemed larger than life, and then it was gone, just like that. The battle for Masha prom might have ended then, but there are plenty of battles left in that war called youth. But once again, we were young and unafraid, and we were ready to start. Alright, that was Masha prom. maybe one of the worst runs I've ever done in this game, but that just means we can only go up from here. It's not like I've never failed. It's not like I've never failed to get a date before, but God, I failed so many dialogues so consistently. It's terrible. I'll get back into it again. I'll figure out the mechanics of this game. I'll probably end in the stream here. My voice is already giving out. My throat hurts. And I have work after this, so it's gonna be rough. But it was worth it. I'm just vibing now. Oh, Erika Ishii's in this. I know her. Felicia Day. Never noticed these voice actors. Orgy Planner. Erika Ishii is a common person on Dropout, which if y'all haven't watched anything on Dropout before, Dropout's so fucking good. It's great. Unrelated, just plug a Dropout for free. Beautiful glitch. There's a bunch of other games in this series. I have all of them, so if you'd prefer to watch me play Monster Camp, Monster Road Trip, Monster Con, I could play any of those. Just let me know. I will definitely play another round of this though, because this was not a very good introduction. Yeah, I have all the outfits on. Alright. Thanks for watching, everyone. Hope you enjoyed. I can't. There we go.